Hey everybody, welcome to my first audio review, which, you can watch it, but it's mainly for audio. And I figured I would start things off with the original Sonic the Hedgehog game, which, as of this recording, turned 30 today. Now what can I say that hasn't already been said about the original Sonic the Hedgehog, which I'll probably be referring to as just Sonic or Sonic 1 or something from here on. Anyway, the very first time I played Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Genesis was in 2004, where it was not on Sega Genesis. Well, I already broke my own rule there, but anyway, what I mean is I didn't play the original Sonic until I got Sonic Mega Collection Plus on PS2, which came out in 2004. I didn't even play a Sonic game until 2002 whenever I played Sonic Advance. Basically, I played other Sonic games before I played Sonic 1, so I knew what Sonic was like later on before I knew what his beginnings were like. For those of you who don't want to stay very long, to make this short, I think Sonic 1 is fine. It's not at all bad, but I wouldn't call it great either. I think it's just fine. The reason we remember Green Hill Zone as much, other than Sega, overdoing it these days with it, is that it was the only stage that you really got to see what Sonic could do in terms of speed. I'm not saying that you can't do that in other stages, but this is probably the best world to do all that in. It's just that whenever you get to the very second world of the game, Marble Zone, it's no longer fast, or it's kind of about speed, but not nearly as much as Green Hill Zone was. Now, to be fair, the stages after Marble Zone do focus more on the speed again, and also on Sonic acting like a pinball. But then you also have Labyrinth Zone, and that stage is very memorable in a lot of the wrong ways. It's worlds like Labyrinth Zone that make me really glad that later releases of these games, whether it be in collections or whatever, allow you to save anywhere. Because if you lose all your lives by this point, you have to start all over. And by the way, that's another thing. Sonic 1 came out in 1991, and at this point, while there were still a lot of games that didn't use the save feature, there were quite a few that did, and Sonic could have benefited from that. Now, I do understand the mindset of game companies from back in the 80s and 90s, to where they made games kind of based around like arcade game logic, where they'd make it really hard so you keep pumping in quarters and stuff. But when it comes to home console games, it is a bit different. So the justification of making the game hard or not giving a save feature, or maybe a little both, is that you make it feel like it's a long game, longer than it actually is, by its difficulty. So that way, if you pay like $40 or $50, you don't feel like you're getting ripped off. I still feel like Sonic could have had some sort of save feature, but I understand that mindset. Now, so far it does seem like I'm a little more negative about this game, a little more critical, and I am a little more critical than I once was, years ago, but honestly, I still think this game is fine, like I said earlier. So now let me get more into the positives. This game definitely looks appealing. The graphics are nice, the art style is appealing, and the colors are pretty good. It's got a lot of charm to it. And the gameplay itself is pretty good. It's simple but effective. It's also one of the early games to introduce what people refer to as a Sega learning curve, where you benefit from playing it over and over. It kind of makes it more replayable just to see how much faster you can go through the game and how much better you've gotten, which is kind of what they were going for with Sonic 1. Now, before I continue with the positives, let me go back to one negative. That is the special stages. While this game doesn't have the worst type of special stages, it definitely doesn't have the best kind either. The effort you have to go through to get a Chaos Emerald by holding on to 50 rings by the end of the stage and then having to jump into the ring, which isn't hard, but you can accidentally miss, and then going through the effort of how the special stage mechanics work, it's just not worth the ending you get if you get all the Chaos Emeralds. Going back to a positive, which is kind of what made me like this game a little more, which some people may see it as cheating, because it's the cheats. I especially love the debug cheat, where you can debug the game and essentially make it a level editor, or just cheese through the game really quickly. You won't really get any points, as it looks like a bunch of random code is up there, random messed up things are up in the points area, but it's really fun. So overall, I feel like it's a pretty good start to the series. It just feels like the start to the series. Not that that's a bad thing, you can just definitely tell where they've improved over time. And like I said a couple of times before, it's an overall fine game. And if you want to give this game a try, you've never tried it before, it's actually pretty cheap these days, and you have quite a few options to be able to play it, including the list I'm about to read here: Sega Genesis, Arcade, Game Boy Advance, Windows, Nintendo 3DS, iOS, Android, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Nintendo Switch. And that's not even including all the collections that have this game on other game systems. So you have quite a few options. Now, if you don't know the history of Sonic 1 releases, me and a lot of other people will tell you to stay away from the Game Boy Advance version. That is a terrible, horrible port. But other than that, you have a lot of good options. And that's my Sonic 1 review. Well, kind of review. I'm calling these half reviews because I don't go full on, like, talking about every little detail, but you know what I mean. Anyway, thanks for watching, or rather listening, because this is my first audio review. There is a visual here, but it's just a picture. Anyway, let me know what you think of these audio reviews, and let me know what you would like for me to review next, or half review, as I'm calling it. And like this video if you like it, subscribe if you want to see more of these, or any other types of videos. And again, thanks for listening.